What's up, Print Fame? Working late. Thought I'd do a little live, answer some questions. We'll see if anyone wants to jump on and join me. If not, then I'll just delete the video. What's up, Bob? How's it going? I'm working late tonight, so I thought I'd answer questions if people have any. I'm sure you're excited because you're probably working late too. What's up, Mike? You guys have any questions? Sticker Hawaii, what's up? Bob's in bed. Come on, Bob. Slacking. I should be in bed. I've got B&I in the morning, but we got too much work to do, so I figured I'd come in the shop. Speaking of which, we should probably get the printer printing. I already ran through a full roll today, but should get another one going. So it's 10:30 here, Bob. So I should be in bed like you. Sticker Hawaii, the new laser has not been really touched. I moved it in its place and started recording a video, and then I've been too busy to do anything about it. So I can't see my icons. So I don't know. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's good. But I'm sure it will be. I just haven't had time to mess with it. Been busy, and it's been good. No complaints from me. No complaints at all. Let's see here. Gotta remember how to get the chat up on my phone. Oh, there we go. Jim, what is your best vinyl mounting method? What are you trying to mount to? Oh, Sticker Hawaii, I get you. I'm hoping to get to it this week, but we'll see. You don't like the big squeegee. Well, the big squeegee can be good, but it just depends on what you're mounting to. Would depend on my mount method. If you're doing yard signs, what I ended up doing was making a custom squeegee. Let me go grab it. I found it. It was not where I thought it was. So I took this piece of acrylic or Lexan or whatever it is, put a felt edge on it, and this is what I use if I'm mounting vinyl to like a core plast sign, because it's the right size and it works great and it's light. Oh, Bob, you're so funny. But I don't mount things anymore. I print them directly on my flatbed. You can use a cold roll laminator. Definitely not a problem. I have one. I never use it. I used it for like one job and then it's sat there. I am running out of room. I'm actually picking up another printer tomorrow. Do you guys want me to just tell you, or do you guys want to try to guess what it is in the comments, in the chat? But I am picking up another printer tomorrow. Bob, you got the money. You're just not buying. So, at my old job, one of my buddies would always say like things were like a peasant, and so that's my favorite thing to say is like, I don't mount vinyl anymore. That's peasant work. So I'm not money man, but this um, this printer is a good deal, and it's local, and I've wanted one, and I made them a low ball offer, and they accepted. So I'm gonna go pick it up. I can't read your comments right now, so guess what the printer is, and then I'll read. I gotta pick these out. I've got like 30 something different sheets of these to do, and they take 26 minutes a piece to cut. So that's why I'm here, because I'm trying to get them done quickly for the customer, and everyone is asleep at home. So come work for a couple of hours, then go home, go to bed, get up and go to BNI, and then get back to it. I need to get an off-feed table so that I can start cutting while I'm taking these out. I should just get an employee, and that will solve this problem. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Make sure there's no bubbles. It's optimizing right now, so it'll go faster. All right, let's see what you guys had to say. All right. PSL says, tell us. Mike says, die sub. No, but I want one of those. Bob says, die sub. Purebred asked about the latex. We'll answer that in a second. It sounds like my kid cheating. No, so I actually bought an envelope printer. So I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. I got it for $1,000. The Konica can technically do envelopes, but I always have trouble, and they jam and don't have fun. And doing the second side is not that easy. And this one is the Oki envelope printer. So it's got the straight paper path that's super small. So printing envelopes should be a lot better. But again, I just lowballed them and got it for $1,000. So it is the Oki C911DN or something like that. But it is kind of a boring printer. It's not very big. It's like a 2x2. So it's not the fastest machine. It'll do, through the bypass, I think it'll do 360 GSM, which my Konica will do 350, so it'll do a little bit heavier. but really, it was on the local classifieds and I lowballed them. I don't need it. I shouldn't have bought it. My buddy made fun of me for just keep buying more stuff, and I was kind of excited to tell him that I bought it because it does not have white. It is just the CMYK version, which is mainly what I do. So, yeah, lowball them. Got it for $1,000. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, someone asked a question. Let's see here. Purebred. Do you like the HP latex? I'm going to buy one for stickers, but now I'm leaning towards the Epson 4600. I love my latex. Absolutely love it. So it um, it just works. It has super low maintenance. It just works. So like my flatbed is a UV printer, and it requires a lot of maintenance, and the heads can get clogged. The latex has auto maintenance, so it works for me. Um, like Derek with Print Shop Talk, or whatever his new name is, he switched from the latex to the eco solvent for better colors, like Jim said. So it does have better colors on an eco solvent. It's got smaller prints, or smaller droplets. Eco solvents do, but um, for me, I've only ever had one complaint, and it was honestly last week. A customer came in to pick up their stickers, and they were like, "What the heck? These are not what I imagined." And like, I showed you samples, like they're the same as what I showed you. But oh well, they're still ordering, but they did complain. Um, so it works for me for what I do. I do a lot of different stuff. I do banners and magnets and canvas and posters, stickers. So for the variety of things, it works really well for me. Um, so I don't have any complaints. I my I will buy another HB latex when this one dies, or when I'm ready to get another one. I'll buy another. Like, I plan on buying another one. I don't see a reason to switch at this point, especially because I have the UV printer. Sorry, I'm trying to log in and pay for something. Hopefully that answers your question. Both are good printers. I think just what it comes down to is what you're mainly going to be doing. If you are going to be doing stickers all day, every day, then an eco solvent is going to have better clarity, but you will have to laminate it because it doesn't have the same scratch resistance. I don't laminate any of my stickers, so that's just my personal preference. I don't even have a laminator. I've laminated one set of stickers that I've ever printed. I did it by hand with a big squeegee, and I won't do it again. But I really like my latex just because it is very versatile. The medias that it can do, it doesn't require any venting. It doesn't require any special like disposal of ink or anything else. Versus like the UV, I have to collect the ink that is wasted and dispose of it properly. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Leonardo, I have not printed super fine text on the Canon flatbed. Just mainly because mostly what I do is the large stuff, so big signs, yard signs. I did some magnets on it today because that was easier than loading the roll printer, and I didn't have to deal with heat or anything else like that. And it was just a 24 by 24 square that I plopped it down on there and printed on, so super easy. Um, yeah, mainly do big stuff, not little stuff. Bob, if you need some laminated stickers, talk to Derek. I don't do them. I was going to buy a laminator. I was going to buy the same one that he has, but it's been out of stock. Hold on, I gotta go. Need some prints done on a flatbed. Hold on. I gotta make sure this media doesn't bend and it's coming out of the latex. I'm sure Superfine text, like I know it does, like we printed, they have a master, like, um, what's it called? A master, like, spec sheet that, or like profile. So when they build the printers at the factory, once they have them all calibrated, they print like a calibration sheet. And when they come and install it, they print that calibration sheet again so that they can compare it to the one that's shipped with the printer. And I know it has super small text and everything looked good. I just don't remember what the small text is. It is underneath the printer, so I could go get it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. But I can test it sometime in the future. But the magnets worked really well, but they're pretty big. They're like 9 inches by 2 inches. Okay, there are more questions. I would love to buy some more equipment. Leonardo, are you asking what I charge retail or wholesale for the yard signs? You can never have too many printers. Never have too many printers. How many do I have right now? I've got the HB Latex, the Canon Arizona, I've got the Konica, and then I have the Epson roll printer. So I have 4 printers, and I'm picking up a 5th one tomorrow. Oh, someone asked if it had the straight shooter. Yes, it does have the straight shooter. Is that all the questions? So, Jim, that still doesn't answer my question, because bulk is just quantity. Wholesale is if I'm selling to another printer, or retail is if I'm selling to a customer. So, what yard sign price are you asking for? Oh, I have a Rollo printer too. It's right here. Does that count as a printer? Jim, my price for 100-yard signs is different if I'm selling it wholesale to another printer versus selling it retail to a customer. So are you asking if I'm selling it to a customer, or if I'm asking if I'm selling it to another printer? 100 matters because of the quantity bricks, but it also matters who I'm selling it to. Retail, single-sided or double-sided? I'll just give you both. Hold on, let me look it up. Let's see. Retail, single-sided, I sell for $5. Double-sided, I sell for $6. And then I charge $1 for the H stick, regardless. Nick, I gave away my Uninet printer, and supposedly it broke. That's all I know. And that's all I'll say. But I don't have it anymore. The main reason I got rid of it was I wanted to help someone by giving it away, and I wanted to stop saying yes to small jobs. So I took away the equipment that made it really easy to do it. So Jim, yes, the UV printer or a flatbed printer, regardless of it being UV or not, but a flatbed printer is the best way to make yard signs. The aqueous printers are mainly geared towards photo printing. So canvases, photos, things like that. Let me know if you have more questions. I'm just going to work here for a minute while you guys decide if there's going to be questions. Yeah, if people will pay $15 a sign, sell it for $15 a sign. But here people won't pay that. They'll pay $15 a sign if it's like one, but if usually for one I'm in like the $25 range. Um, I'm leaning towards having a minimum of 10, but there's a lot of people that want samples or they only want one. So I don't know. There's another local print shop that has flatbeds, and they have a $75 minimum. So if you want 1 yard sign, it's $75. If you want 10 yard signs, it's also like $75. But I'm almost to that point. I do that with my roll printer, so the HP latex. It's $30 minimum, regardless. Um, so I haven't. That's kind of what my minimum is on the flatbed, but it should be more. Mostly just because most of the media on it is a lot more expensive. But yeah, that's still a work in progress. I'm still trying to fine tune the calculator and all the flatbed stuff. But the latex I have down pretty good. The flatbed, I think the hardest thing for me with the flatbed is, like, I quoted someone from ACM today, which is aluminum composite, meaning it's a really thin piece of aluminum, some polycarbonate, and then a really thin piece of aluminum. They sell it one-sided, but anyway, ACM a sheet of that's like $60, and like normally I would charge double, so 120. But do I charge less of a percentage on the material and a higher on like ink and labor, or do I just do double everything? So I've been struggling with what to do. But yeah, feel free, guys, if you need to order or want to order from me. I have some stuff on ttmsprint.com, or you can email me ttmakesomething@gmail.com. I'm gonna start buying stuff from you then, Bob. Now, I like the double it rule, because then if I screw up, I usually have enough money to at least break even. I lose on my time if I don't charge right for my time, but at least I've got the whole for media. The biggest struggle right now is just the media shortage. Even my regular stuff I use for stickers, it, it's been tough. I would say most of my stuff is will call or delivery, like local delivery. My second biggest customer is actually in California, so I ship everything to them. But most of my customers, there's a mosquito. Most of my customers are, I missed it. Most of my customers are local. I'll pull up my little calculator here. So my number one customer is in the same city as I am. My number two customer is in California. Number three, they're like an hour from me. Number four, one of the employees lives in my neighborhood, but their office is like 30 minutes away. Number five is like my bulk walk-in category. Number six is in my city. Number seven is in my city. Number eight is in my city. Number nine is like 30 minutes away. Number 10, they have locations in Utah, Texas, and Washington. Number 11 is like 20 minutes away. Number 12 is like 15 minutes away. So mostly close by. Mike, I mainly use UPS, but if I'm shipping like business cards or something like that, then I'll usually do USPS. But I just pass along shipping, so I've used GSL a couple of times, but I don't know. I just like simple. And like I said, I pass all of the stuff on to my customers anyway after I'm shipping. It's either built into the price or it's on top. Like my customer in California, um, most of it's promotional products, so it's having to be shipped to me anyway. So I usually just have that built into the price. The only stuff that I ship from here are the screen printed items. So we'll screen them and then I ship them off. I could use a local person there, but usually I can ship a box, just a decent sized box, for like $40. I should look at GSL for my California customer. You're right. I know. How dare I make money? I still don't pay myself, but I'm doing okay. Next year. Next year I'm going to implement profit first. So I've already talked to my accountant. My accountant is actually a profit first advisor and does it himself. So profit first next year. That's the plan. Got to actually pay myself next year. First time. It'll be great. First time in 2 years. And I'm looking at hiring someone. So I was looking into payroll options. That's horrible. Yeah, if you're doing big quantities of yard signs, just outsource it. Unless you have a flatbed. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. When I didn't have the flatbed, I only ever did yard signs when um, when it was only a few, or if it was like a super rush thing, when they had to have them real quick. Uh, Never gonna go public. Sorry, Bob. No, I get it. I get losing money or not making money. I remember the first time I made my print calculator, and someone called me and I quoted them. I was so scared because of how I had changed my pricing, and like I was in that panic of some money is better than no money. And this was either before I recorded the thoughts of closing the print shop, or like right after when I changed my mindset on like how to price stuff. That's one thing I didn't talk about in the video I released on Friday was pricing, how I started charging more. But I just remember being so scared because the lady was like, "Oh no, I've got to talk to my boss and get it approved, and I'll email you." And I got off the phone and I actually called my brother and tried to have him talk me down because I was so nervous and scared about it. And while I was on the phone with him, she emailed me the artwork and said, "Go ahead and get it printed." So that was kind of my confirmation of, you know what, my price is my price, and some people will like it and some people won't. And those that don't, I don't want to do business with them. So, yep. Any other questions? Yeah, B2 is, I would love to see their facility. I would love to see how many printers they have. But it's interesting because, like today, my bottleneck is not my printer. My bottleneck is my cutter, the finishing side of it. And it makes me want another one. Granted, if I buy another one, I want a bigger one. I'm not gonna lie. I love the F1612, but the next one I buy will have a full bed. It will have a full bed so I can do 4x8. That's that's what I want. And Jim, I do. I work alone. I'm looking at hiring someone. I had a salesman for a while. Um, I recently, he still has a few jobs that are kind of pending, but he's not doing anymore. And I've asked him not to do anymore. Part of that was because I was looking at selling the business and changing, and I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. So, but yeah, I got to get some help because it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm here working, and I should be at home sleeping. I should be at least in bed if I'm not sleeping. But I'm here working, trying to get these prints done and out the door because my bottleneck is the cutter. I've got this specific sticker is 3,500 pieces. I've got another one super similar to it that's 3,500. I've got 5 sets of 500. I've got 2,600. And that's just for this one customer. And then all my other work. Like I have some magnets that I printed that are waiting to be cut, but I wanted to get through this roll before I put the magnets on to cut, and then I'll deliver those tomorrow. So the bottleneck is the cutter. The printer, so this specific job takes 9 minutes to print one of these panels, and it takes 27 minutes just to cut it. So add on the time to pick them out, then you're probably a little over 30 minutes by the time like you set the job up and tell it to cut and do all that. So just looks like I'm going to have to spend some more money, buy another cutter. My landlord would probably kill me because they don't want to give me more power. And this cutter is a 30 amp 3-phase. My building, I think, has 400 amps, but that's divided between all the suites. And they need most of the power. At least they will. Right now they don't use any. So. Okay, let's see what questions. What's up, Derek? Or Sarah? Probably Derek. All right, let's see what's questions. See you later, Leonardo. Okay, Nick, do you finance or lease most of your equipment? Most of it, I do a lease to own. So it's like a 5-year lease with a $1 buyout. I bought the laser with cash. I bought like the heat presses with cash, the drill press with cash. What else did I buy with cash? The laser. Did I say laser? I probably said laser. Kind of the smaller stuff. The embroidery machine I bought with cash. But the big stuff. Basically, if it's like over $50,000, then lease it. Yep, I agree, Bob. As soon as you stop trying to wheel and deal, you just get better customers. Definitely a lot of work. I actually don't. I talked to another print shop just the other day, and I do more in sales on a monthly basis than they do, and they've got 5 employees. So they kind of went the manual route and I went the automated route as far as equipment goes, and I prefer my method because like now I can get a single employee to help do miscellaneous tasks where they have 5 or so. So they all have their benefits and pros and cons, and it's just determining what's best for you. I will look at Square for payroll. I appreciate that. It's true. Spending money, you get lots of toys. To me, I feel like it takes money to make money, and I definitely have spent a lot of money. I actually I put a list together of most of my stuff, so let me pull that up here. So with all of my equipment, I have about $300,000 worth of equipment, and my balance on my loans altogether about 250,000. So I've got about 50,000 in equity on all of the equipment. Um, so it's a significant chunk of like my monthly expenses for all of my lease payments. I'm about 4,000 for all of like my overhead and fixed expenses. I'm about 8,000 a month. Um, so it's not terrible. Some people would look at that and think it's terrible, but employees are expensive too. So that's where I chose to be different. Bob, I do have kids. My 10-year-old is going to come help do some boxes later this week. Stickers, I just don't have anything else for them to do, and there's 26 minutes in between them. So I agree with that, Mike. You either do a lot or you do one thing really well. As an example, I do a lot, and Derek does stickers really well. Let's see. Magic Mirror. Where would you recommend getting most of your media from if you're starting out? Have you ever bought your media from China? I have not purchased it from China. I um, have heard mixed reviews on it, and to me, the cost savings is not worth it. So um, I just prefer to buy it. I bought from Midwest Signs, which I think Grimco bought them. I bought from Grimco, LexJet, Fellers. Um, there's another Montroy. So there's a lot of places. There's Regional Supply they have one here in Utah and one in Alaska. So you can usually find sign shops and stuff that have media locally. Um, so I buy from all of them. I buy from all of them for different reasons. Like Regional Supply, I didn't buy my printer from them. I bought my printer from Grimco, my HP Latex. But I buy um, my ink usually from Regional, just because Regional will get it here next day. So as long as I order before 5 o'clock today, then it will be here tomorrow. Versus Grimco, if they don't have it in Utah, then they've got it in California, and it takes 3 days. And I'm not like most people, where I stock every color. With my printer, so they're 775 milliliters. As soon as I get to 100 milliliters, that's when I order the ink because it comes next day. So that's what works for me, at least right now. That might change. It's true, Mike. I can have them sweep the floors. I have a bathroom now, so they can clean the bathroom. Nice, Bob. If you need me to help you pay that off, let me know. Thanks, Derek. I try hard on what I do. I did think that I should paint the wall, but decals would probably be better, but media shortage. Yep, if you buy a printer from Grimco, they do give me an affiliate, so I appreciate anyone who does. I actually sell Maki now, I believe, and they sell Epson, so they have lots of choices besides HP. I do try. I appreciate that, Derek. So I haven't had problems with like the lack of humidity. It's usually like 20 to 30%. Um, I don't have any issues. I know like with the latex, you calibrate the elevation, and I know the Konica has internal things that it does and will adjust based off of temperature and humidity. Like it's got a thermostat, or not a thermostat, maybe it's a thermostat. It's got a thermometer, but it does monitor temperature and humidity on the Konica. But I haven't had any issues. I know of like some people that are running indigo presses, and they've got humidity being blown into their shops that are here in Utah, but I haven't had any issues. I know people tend to have an issue with that with like DTG printers too. They have to have humidity, but I haven't had any problems. My biggest problem is I need more work for my flatbed. It's paying for itself, and I just started doing some more work for another printer, which is nice. I'm doing some of their overflow work. They've got they've got two hybrid UV printers. One's a Durst, and I don't remember what the other one is. And then they have like a 16-foot wide dye sub printer. And then I believe they have 4 or 5 of the biggest zoomed cutters that you can buy. But it's the same thing, like I said. The the cutter is the bottleneck. Bob, you've got my calculator. You can figure out the price yourself. Or you can send me an email. So Magic Mirror, the yard signs that I do are 18 by 24. I have done a few bigger ones um, for like political signs, but 18 by 24 or 24 by 18. They're 24 wide, 18 tall, so 24, 18. I don't know if I want to get into like the like official road signs because they have like the specialty reflective stuff, and I just am not a big fan of specialty type stuff. I I've been doing yard signs. I did some Sintra foam core. I've got some foam core orders, but I just don't have the foam core. I'm waiting for that to come in. I ordered 100 sheets of it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's still pending. Let's see here. When did I order it? Use the large format calculator, Bob. Let's see. Recent orders. Doesn't even work. Grimco's down. Oh, there we go. So I ordered it on the 1st of October. So it has been 1 month since I ordered 100 sheets of foam core, and it is still not here. Regional Supply was out of stock. The last I checked, they had stock, but I'm not willing to pay double the price from what Grimco charges. Yeah. For a 3/16 foam core from Regional, it is now $19.52. A week ago, it was 17 something, and before that, it was like 13 something. Versus, I think Grimco, I got them for less than 10. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so right now, if you buy it from Grimco, it's $9.21 for a foam core sheet versus Regional, it's $19.52. So make sure you shop around. Granted, Regional has 1,100 sheets in stock, but yeah. So I'm doing some foam core for the other print shop, but I'm just getting the media from them because they have lots of media in stock, which is nice. So, like, they're the ones that I did the Sintra for. So I just went and picked up the Sintra from them. Ooh, Mike, you have lots of fun toys. I should come see your shop. I'm having big problems with supplies. I'm almost out of vinyl. I hope I can get through this job. Bob, usually my my wholesale price is um, listed as the profit. So a discount for wholesale. Of course. Are you going to be in Utah, Derek? You want to come see my new shop? You saw my old shop. Someone was saying earlier, I don't remember who it was, that they could fit like 5 of their shops in my shop. My old shop was 500 square feet, so I can relate. My new one is 3,000. Yeah, I just back ordered 5 rolls of pressure sensitive vinyl. I have one on the printer that I just loaded. So I loaded a new one today. I printed the whole thing. I loaded another one, and I'm already printing that. And I have one more in the box. And as soon as that one in the box is gone, I'm out. I have 5 on back order, so hopefully they get here. I've never printed business cards on my on my Canon, but I do them all the time on the Konica. And yes, you can do variable data. Yeah, let me know if you're here. I can meet up. Happy to meet up with you, Derek. Dude, SS, Sanmar, they're all out of stuff. Um, so I ordered 350 Richardson hats that came in stock, and they sent me 144 of the wrong color. And I called them and was like, so I didn't order this color, but I don't want to send it back to you. because you probably can't fulfill the right color. And the lady was like, no, we can't. And she's like, you don't have to send it back, but we just won't refund you or give you a discount on it. I'll keep it. So they're having all sorts of fun. Yeah, if you're coming this way, Derek, stop on by. Magic mirror, I honestly don't know. I haven't printed small stuff. The smallest thing I printed was a box. But I did print on the flatbed today. I did not print on it on Friday. And I'm probably going to print on it tomorrow, depending on what time I get back from Salt Lake from my D&I meeting. I've got to go pick up that other printer and run a couple of other errands while I'm in Salt Lake. My pressure sensitive vinyl went up in price today, like $20 a roll. It was sad. So sad. All right, Jim. Have a good night. Any other questions, peeps? And probably after this one's done cutting, I'll probably peel it, set it to cut again, and leave. Go home, go to bed. I gotta get up at like 6 o'clock so I can go to B&I. So ask your questions. Make sure you also hit that thumbs up button. There's 14 of you and only 7 thumbs up. I'm surprised that there's 14 of you this late. Oh, 13. Someone left. I didn't want all 14. Yeah, stock is a joke on everything right now. Thank you for being thumbs up number 1, Mike. It was actually funny. I saw the thumbs up before it even said that there were people watching. I appreciate that, Mike. Derek, are you going to email me? Ouch, Derek. Can't believe it took you this long. Bob, you're always here. I don't know how you have so much time. And you're always awake. And it's like, what, almost 2 in the morning for you? Well, I want you to email me, Derek. Don't email Mike. Or email both of us. Mike, where's your shop at? I might need to come visit you and see your toys. Thanks for those recommendations for foam core. I have 100 on order. I just hope it comes. I got to get out to California. A lot of you guys are in California. What did I like most about the Summa plotter before I got the flatbed? I liked the barcode automation. That was nice. I don't use the barcode automation on the flatbed cutter. But that's kind of because it doesn't have a catch basket. If it had a catch basket, I probably would. But it's easier to pick stuff off the flatbed than it is from a basket. But I almost bought the extension table. I almost bought it when I bought the printer, or bought the cutter, but then I almost bought it a few weeks ago, but then I changed my mind. and decided it wasn't worth it until my belt. Like when my belt needs to be replaced, then I'll probably buy the extension. But hopefully by then I'll just have another flatbed. So magic mirror, I do not, but I freely tell people what I use, and what I use is subjective. So it just depends on what you're doing, what would work best for you. I've been to California before. I'm okay to leave. I like Utah. I like my 4 seasons. For business cards, I use 130-pound silk. 130-pound silk from Kelly Paper. Right now it's the Spicer brand, their parent company. Let's see if it's almost done. One more row. My tripod fell. It's all sorts of messed up. So Derek asked Mike how long he's been in the print industry, and he's been in it for 20 years. And while I probably have only really been in it for like two full-time anyway, serious for like 3 or 4, I have been doing printing since 2003. That is when I started doing print jobs. So that's when I started doing mostly business cards and wedding announcements. And I outsourced everything for the first 6, 7, 8 years. I did the very first equipment that I had, and really the only equipment I had for many years, was a roll cutter, like just a vinyl cutter, and then I bought a heat press. And I remember that heat press was $300, and I remember like sweating bullets over it, not knowing if it was going to be worth it. And it's just like, oh man, that's so much money. I don't know if I should. And oh man, how times have changed. Um, but the most common thing that I do, probably the most things I've done is yard signs. But I've done yard signs out of the Coroplast. I've done foam core. I've done some ACM signs. I've done some Sintra signs. I've done cardboard. I've done paper. I did magnet today. So, well, Bob, I place orders usually once a week, sometimes once every other week. I placed one on Friday. That one hurt the pocketbook. It was $3,000 in blank apparel. Although in Richardson hats over the last few weeks, I've spent $6,000, I think, on Richardson hats. So they came in stock, so I bought them. That is hilarious. That he bought all that stuff and then doesn't want a keen cut. I love my keen cut. I don't use it that often, but it is nice to get out when you need it. Most of the time I try to just program so that this will cut it, but that's, like, honestly, I hated doing banners before because I didn't like to cut them. Now being able to do them on this thing, it's awesome. I did 2 banners earlier today. Well, I printed the banners on Friday and then I cut them today because I just need to get another cutter. I'm behind. If these things weren't so much dang money, I'd totally get another one. And just like everything else, these have gone up in price since I bought mine. I think they've gone up like $6,000 or $7,000. I was talking to the other print shop that's subbing work out to me, and that's what they said is their biggest problem right now. Is they used to run 2 crews, so 2 shifts for their printers and 3 shifts for their cutters. But now they don't have enough manpower, so they're only able to run about 1.5 shift for their cutters. So they're only running 1 shift for their printers, which is why they're subbing work out to me, because they just don't have enough manpower. All right, what a mess. Oh man, lots of things. Yeah, the finishing, I would say finishing is the hardest part. It's not the printing. And I hate cutting banners, so I love the flatbed for that. What's up, Rye Beats? Definitely burning the midnight oil. It's almost midnight anyway. It's 2 o'clock for some people. Well, I think so. Like, some people thought I was crazy for buying this flatbed, but they didn't know that my plan was to buy the flatbed printer. So they thought I was crazy for buying the flatbed cutter. But I honestly, the flatbed cutter, I recommend for people with just roll printers. Like, this thing is awesome. Like, being able to use this in conjunction, because like being able to cut out posters, being able to cut out banners, the kiss cut or like the perf cut stickers, however you want to call them, die cut stickers, magnets. Like you can do shaped magnets, you can do square magnets, and it just makes it way easier than using a roll cutter or even a key cut. So flatbed is the way to go. Yeah, I don't know if I want to have multiple shifts right now at my shop. Really, what I need is just someone to help. I need some more bodies. So that's really well. Thanks for stopping by, Ride Beads. Go to bed. I need to go to bed. They are super accurate. It is nice. But yeah, for me, I just need a body. I need someone to come help me because if someone else can be like taking out the vinyl or putting it on and cutting it or cleaning up the shop or doing other things, that would allow me to do the artwork or do the sales or go out and meet with people. So we'll see you later, Derek. So yeah, my next thing, I've got to get some help in here. I asked my niece if she knew anyone that was looking. I don't think she would want to work here. She just got a job. Um, and one of my nephews lives down the street, so he can ride his bike here. He's only 15, but he's homeschooled like my kids are. So he might that might be a possibility. I've got a bunch of buddies that work for the high school, but they all do like activity based stuff. So it's hard to have them recommend people just because most other people do activities and can't work right after school. And what I would prefer is someone that can come in like during business hours, not like after school. So I gotta find someone that's either homeschooled or someone that has work release or someone that's just like graduated. That's kind of the budget that I want to spend is a younger person, maybe have them for a year or two, and then they move on. Um, but I think it's about time for me to go. No, it's not time for me to go to bed. It's true. I more just want a body. I don't need someone like, but I have equipment that is mostly automated. So really, I just need someone to be able to pick up vinyl or tell it to scan the barcode and cut a job. And if they screw up a little bit, it is what it is. But I've got 2 rolls of vinyl here that need to be cut after this one's cut, and then another one printing. So I just need someone that I can pay like $10 an hour to come. But if you can teach them, really what I want is someone I can teach. I don't necessarily need them to have the skills. I just want to be able to teach them because, like, if I could have them do this, then I could have spent the day working on getting the laser up and running, which that would have been awesome. I've already got a job for it. I just don't have the laser working. So I've got 100 ornaments I need to do. But it's probably time for me to call it so I can get home by midnight and try to go to bed. So, any last questions, y'all? All right. Thanks for watching. Utah is a lot cheaper than California. I will admit the fast food around here can start at 12. Um, but that's fast food, and a lot of people don't want to work fast food, so they're willing to make less if they can have a more simple job. So I was talking to my buddy, and he's got a dozen employees, and they range anywhere from about $10 an hour up to like 18, just depending on what they're doing in his shop. And he's just trained them all. So Magic Mirror, my lives are super sporadic, so I don't know. Mike, good night. Magic Mirror, good night. Bob, good night. Jason, good night. We'll see you in the next live. Maybe. No more questions? Okay, I'm going to hang up. My battery's about to die anyway, so probably a good time to end.